When I started to use Claude for my YouTube agency, we started to pull off results like these. Now the problem is, can you show me? Okay, thank you. That most people just write in their chatbot in Claude, give me 5 YouTube video ideas, and then Claude gives you some shitty YouTube ideas that don't perform. Every week I use Claude for my titles, my outlines, and my... And today I'll walk you through all these processes. Let's start with titles, because if you create compelling titles for your videos, people will click on them more and you'll get more views. So I uploaded really good titles to Claude because garbage in, garbage out. If you don't feed AI really good data on which it can learn, it will not give you a good output. But good news is that you can DM me 100 on Instagram and I will send you my 100 viral title templates completely for free. And finally, you can feed AI some quality data. And I asked AI in that chatbot to brainstorm a few video ideas for me. I just gave the transcript of my video that you can easily grab on YouTube. Let me show you how. You go to any YouTube video, you click it, you scroll a little down, you give me a like, and you click show transcript here, and YouTube will suggest you the entire transcript that you can just copy and put it into your Claude chatbot. As well as you put 100 viral YouTube templates. And then based on these templates, Claude will give you title suggestions. I noticed that it offered me like 200. I want to use that. I finally understood this. This is what I would do. The truth about YouTube. And I was like, 200 videos. I learned something. So why not name my video? It took me 200 YouTube videos to understand what I'll tell you in 5 minutes. And this is what gave such a great result for this particular video. So step by step, feed good title examples to Claude. You can DM me 100 on Instagram and get some. And you ask Claude to generate 10 title options for video topic X for the video that you've created. And then reading those suggestions, you can decide which title to take. Take 3 titles and A/B test them on YouTube. Now, if you do this before creating videos, you probably also want to know the framework for creating your video outlines, because it will save you like 5 hours a week at minimum. I got this Claude skill. It's actually just a large prompt. I just converted it into a skill to use this in Claude Cowork for me. And this is the entire prompt, the skill that you can simply copy for yourself. Yeah, it's a long one. I've been creating it for like a year. Ideally, you want to figure out what works for you in your own outlines, because different people like different things in their YouTube outlines. What I do is I go to Claude Projects in my desktop app and I go to the client's portfolio that I have there. Every project contains all the knowledge of the client that I have access to. You can create your knowledge-based project for yourself. I told exactly how to do this in this video. I call out this skill, I go / I go YouTube outline, and I ask it something like, I use Whisper Flow because I like to yap, not to type, and also I got nails, so it's inconvenient to type. So I'm like, hey, create a YouTube outline on the topic of how hard it is to find a tech job these days.
And why is that? Show a comparison of how it was before and how it is now. We need to prove your concepts. Also, we need to give some action steps. Find out what to do now in order to get a tech job, even though the market is very hard.
So I yap like that because I don't want my outlines to be completely dry and contain 0 of my ideas. If you don't have your own project, you can still go ahead and use this prompt, this skill, but you will need to answer a few follow-up questions in order to present some of your insider knowledge to Claude. And then I click enter and let's see what comes out. It's gonna take a while. I could literally find a tech job while waiting for this. Why can't I create like everything in 1 second? The lighting is killing me. But staying alive, staying alive. Meanwhile, let's recap the steps that we need to take. So go to your project with your data. If you don't have a project with your data, then skip this step. Claude will ask you a few follow-up questions. Use a specific skill or a prompt to generate your outline. Insert the video topic to Claude chatbot. Add your unique thoughts and ideas to make your outline personalized. And this is how you'll end up with a result like this. So we got the hook, sending 200 applications and hearing nothing back isn't your fault. What I like the most is that it gives you the proof. Whatever statement it uses, it shows you where exactly it pulled the information from. But of course, you need to verify that to check if the information was actually in the source that they are showing. Now we go then versus now, exactly what I asked it to do. Why the floor dropped out? Honestly, honestly, I don't really like a few parts of it. What I would do is I go ahead and ask it to make it 5 grade or readable, simplify language. I like the rest, honestly. I would use it as is. I think it's a really good outline. If you've come this far in the video, comment robot emoji so that I know that it's actually interesting and I might talk more about AI in YouTube in future. Now my favorite way, I use Claude in order to simplify the editing process for me. So the other day I wanted to edit one of my own videos. I saw that it was quite simple. I wanted to just do the cuts, just add a few title cards, and it was a screen share there. But you know what? Creating title cards, things like that, right? That would divide your video into chapters is so daunting. Like, you need to tweak the text, you need to tweak the color, the size, you need to centralize it. You might also want to add some decorations, and this also affects your retention. So the better you structure your videos, the better the retention. So it's kind of important. I finally figured out a way how I can create title cards, lists, different text graphics to add in my video in 5 minutes with Claude Cowork. So first, what you'll need to do is create references. I found the style of presentations that I liked and I put it into Claude and I asked it, Claude, is it possible to create title cards for me? I was not even sure if I could do that. I also added my personal branding and I also added mood board of what I see my branding should look like. This could also be a screenshot from my website too. I added a few of my thumbnails so it sees what style I have. Then I added fonts that I usually use and some colors that I usually like. Or maybe even a screenshot from your social media. It will also show some kind of a style that you use and it will use it to create that skill. Then I asked it what I want to see in those slides. Should it be just the title of a chapter or should it be also the bullet points and how long these bullet points should be? The entire sentences or just a phrase that represents that bullet point? It's so easy right now because it kind of guides you through the entire process. So once we finalize the references, the branding and what I want to see in those slides, I asked it to create a skill and test it on one slide. Then it created a slide that was not perfect for me and I refined the skill 2 times, I believe. And after it created a perfect test slide for me, I was like, yes, that is it. Create all the other slides for this outline. And you create the slides for your video that will cut your editing time in half. I go to new task, I call out the skill, YouTube slides, and I insert the outline. This is the outline I want slides for. I click enter, let's see if it works. Now let's see what it created for me. As a former video editor myself, I edit really fast, but even I cannot do these slides in editing faster than Claude Cowork did it for me. These are quite good. I love the lists that it's creating. So to recap, you need to collect references, add your own style, define what the slides should have, also the size, like anything particular to your brand, then create a prompt or a skill that would do that for you. Test it on one slide, see if it creates a good slide. If it doesn't, refine the slide until it's perfect. Then finalize the skill, save it, and use it with your next outline. But to be completely honest, Claude sucks. I wanted Claude to automate everything so that I chill the entire day watching TV shows and eating chips till my eyes bleed salt. But I was still a creative strategist for everything that Claude does. Unfortunately, it only made my work easier and faster instead of doing the entire thing for me. Is it just me or it's annoying as fuck? Anyways, it can do something like slides, outlines, and titles, so can't complain. To make this all even easier for you, I created a skill that helps you create a skill to create the slides. Go to my Instagram and DM me skill so that I can send you all the skills I have. So you just upload it to Claude and it helps you create your own perfect skill for your particular slides so that they don't look like mine or somebody else's, but looks like yours. Or DM me 100 for my 100 viral title template. And if you're wondering how the heck do I start using AI for my content, I really suggest you start in with this video because there I'll show you how to make AI create content that doesn't sound like AI slop, that sounds authentic as if you wrote it. And with that, I hope you have the most wonderful day. Goodbye.